Previously on Tales of Arise. What a weird name. What a weird names to have, like a bunch of night dudes. You look really cool, but bright eyes kinda just kill your like intimidation factor. I feel like I can just like ragdoll you guys any time of the week. Or even call you guys cinnamon buns. I'm gonna call you guys cinnamon buns because of that. Get the fuck back to work, slave. Yeah, no. And now back to the Hyperborean bullshit. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jerami Therian bringing you another episode of Tales of Arise. We last left off, we got started with this game with our, like, two characters, Iron Mask and Shionne. Yes, Iron Mask instead of Iron Man. Man, all we need are, like, black armor plates to, like, fully complete this set. So yeah, like, we got started on our adventure. Well, actually, I don't know if we'll call it an adventure, per se. More so of us trying to figure out what is going on exactly. So at the moment, like, we kind of, like, escaped being slaves to, like, what were they called? The Dahnans? Or, like, I forgot what they were called, to be honest, but they were these, like, people from space. I think they're from space. And basically, they're, like, making Dahnans. I think the Dahnans are the slaves, not the people who are ruling. I forgot what their names were, but, like, they called them Bright Eyes, right? Like, Bright Eyes. So, obviously, like, we're fighting against those people, the Bright Eyes. And we did meet this, like, a girl named, Shionne, who I'm betting is one of two things. She's either a princess of those, like, people, or she's a soldier. But I'm having a feeling that she is a princess in some way, shape, or form. I mean, look at the way she's, like, moving around, like, her posture. That is obviously a princess right there. An anime princess. And I have to admit, she is beautiful. Like, seriously, like, this game is really beautiful. Like, you guys have played, like, Tales of Berseria, like, from there to here, the quality in, like, art and the graphics just shoot up, like, to an extreme level. Like, oh my god, man. Seriously, I feel like I can, like, burn myself up just looking at this.
I feel like I'm boiling here.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, same thing, Shionne. Can I actually get hurt by this? No, oh, actually, okay, I guess we don't get hurt. No, we don't. Okay, that would be pretty insane if I, like, walked up to these, like, burning, like, rocks and, like, I really take damage. That'd be insane. Does it actually account for that? Is that really attention to detail? I don't know, but it'd be amazing if that was the case. Okay, so I have to, like, apologize for the lack of videos. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of wish I had, like, told you guys this in advance, but basically, like, I spent the entirety of Christmas, or an entire week of Christmas, like, with my family. I went with them to a movies and saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and I have to say, that movie was, like, really good. It's my, like, favorite, like, MCU movie, not by a far margin, but, like, I have to say, like, it was really cool to, like, see all those, like, Spider-Man, all three of them. But this isn't a video about, like, No Way Home. Let's get back to the gameplay. So yeah, I'm sorry for the lack of videos. I'm hoping to, like, kick up some more videos and, like, get out some more content for you guys, as, you know, I'm playing both this game and Scarlet Nexus. And the story of Scarlet Nexus is really starting to kick off, so I have to really get on that stuff. So anyways, let's, like, get on with this game, shall we? Really, I really love the graphics of this game. It's really amazing. Yeah, I don't have any more, like, you know, dialogue to do, right? It should, like, show me if I have, like, some stuff, right? Field guide, play records. Nope. Well, it does have some, like, lore for the characters, at least. Okay, I think you can, like, look up on this stuff, right? Let me see. Well, might as well get started with one of these, at least. Other. Twin worlds. A term used to refer to Dahna and Rena together as two parts of a whole. It's rarely used, however, as it erases the hierarchy separating them. Ah, now I remember now. So, there were Dahnans and the Renans. So, Shionne is a Renan. What a weird name, but yeah. Dahna. The Dahnan homeworld. Under tyrannical rule ever since the Renan invasion of 3 centuries ago, much of its indigenous culture has been lost to the ages. Oh, I see. So basically, we're in a world where, like, there are, like, 2 planets next to each other. That's pretty wild. Like, where is that, like, a planet? Up there. So the Renans came from, like, that place? Is that what the game's implying? Because, man, this is already, like, an insane world to live in. I'm surprised they, you know, thought about this idea. The Dahnans. Dahnans, indigenous inhabitants. After suffering 300 years under Renan subjugation, most have forgotten that the idea of freedom ever existed. For 300 years, that's That is not something you want to be born into, a life of a slave. Slave. Subservient status given to Dahnans by their Renan oppressors. Dahnan lives are filled with backbreaking labor, with barely a second thought afforded when they die. Oh yeah, that's pretty messed up. Embedded. A derogatory term used by Renans to refer to Dahnans under their control. It originates from the stone-like cores embedded into the back of the slave's hands. I see. So wait, so the slaves get it from the Renans? Must be a way to identify them. But of course, one of the people said that it gave them powers, right? Magical powers? And then they took it off to fight back against them? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I would have kept that on, you know? Would have been very useful to fight against them with. Just saying. The 5 realms. 5 distant realms of Dahna, divided and ruled over by the Rena. A different elemental variant of astral energy is siphoned from each, with Dahna slaves exploited to do the grunt work. Ah, I see. So right now we're in the Fireland. We're probably gonna see different elements then. Rena, the Renan homeworld, visible in the skies above Dahna, a technologically advanced society whose true nature remains shrouded in history. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if a planet is this close to another, bad things can only come from it because of its gravitational pull, right? Each planet has a gravitational pull. No, maybe I'm just thinking too much. The logic's probably gonna get in the way of this world they built. The Renans, the people of Renan stock, whose ancestors launched an invasion on Dahna's soil 3 centuries ago. Though indistinguishable from Dahnans in appearance, they possess advanced technology and are capable of using Astral Arts. Yes, of course, because they all look like humans. Bright eyes. When the Rena use Astral Arts, their eyes give off a faint light. Dahnans have come to associate this light, a symbol of their oppressor, with fear and anger, and refer to Renans as bright eyes as a result. Ah, I see. So it wasn't really just an insult, it actually was the fact that, their eyes turned bright. Okay, I thought it was just an insult. Renan armored soldiers. Elite Renan soldiers charged by their lords with the monitoring of Dahnan slaves. Their mechanized suits of armor they wear enhance their strength, turning them into fearful steel giants. Yeah. Thorns. Shionne's curse. Yeah, Shionne. So called after their appearance, Shionne's thorns inflict searing pain to any who try to touch her. She prefers not to talk about them. Okay, so she got cursed, but why did she get cursed, and how did she get the curse? What even is the purpose of this curse? I don't even know. Now that I think about it, Benda is to protect the sword that's inside of her. So she has both electricity and fire in her body. That can't be healthy. Core. A stone embedded in the back of Dahnan's slaves' hands. It converts the life force they radiate into astral energy, which it then relays to the realm's spiritual vessel. The ultimate symbol of Dahnan's exploitation. Wait, what? A stone embedded in the back of Dahnan's slaves' hands. It converts the life force they radiate into astral energy, which it then relays to the realm's spirit vessel. Oh, I see now. So it doesn't give them powers then. It basically, it collects their life force and gives it to the ruler. Man, it's kind of fucked up to have. Astral Arts. Powerful ability to harness astral energy to conjure a variety of effects. They can only be used by Renans, making them a symbol of Renan authority along with their technology. Alright, the Zoogles, that's what they were called, Zoogles. Collective name given to the engineered creatures, biological weapons in all but name, the Rena used to maintain the upper hand. After being brought to Dahna, many escaped into the wild, going on to establish themselves as part of the wider ecosystem. Oh, really now? That's interesting. Why would they escape from their owners? I don't know. Resistance organization. The term given to any number of group in Dahna who risk their lives to resist Rena rule. When one is defeated, another springs up in its place. Okay, places and people. Okay, let me do people first, since that's shorter. Iron Mask, a masked Dahnan slave who suffers from amnesia. Unsure of even of his own name, all he knows is the rage he feels towards his Renan superiors. I'm wondering if this dude is also a Renan, secretly. I'm wondering. Zephyr, leader of Caliglian resistance organization, the Crimson Crows. The group's emotional pillar and battle-proven warrior capable of holding his own against even Renan armored soldiers. And Balsef, the lord of Calaglia. He is in pursuit of Shionne, who has stolen his master core. Oh, his master core? She stole it? His real name is Elwose Teldelies. I feel like I got that wrong, though he more commonly goes by Balsef, meaning wild beast. Ah. Alright, now here are the places. Orbus Caliglia, a scorching realm rich in fire energy and ruled by Lord Balsif. In the ancient tongue, its name means land of fire and swirling ashes. Mosgul. Day after day, countless slaves toil here under brutal conditions in order to produce fire astral energy, many of them dying in the process. Shionne mine tunnels, a tunnel system abandoned after it was mined clean of its resources. No one ventures down there anymore, though rumor has it a resistance organization uses the area as its base of operations. Yep, that's what we did. Stand in this ravine, a steep ravine running between the Shionne tunnel system and Ulzebek. Exposed orb deposits burn unchecked, while roaming stray Zoogles make safe passage tricky. And gates of fire, the sole point of entry in the wall separating Caliglia from Dahnan's other realms. A huge and imposing presence symbolic of Balsif's tyranny that feels as if it's keeping watch over any it looms over. Yeah, but we're gonna go there to break it down, right? That's our plan, right? I hope that's the plan. That better be the plan. There's a plan, right?
Be careful. If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
Alright, so starting and ending battles. Making contact with an enemy icon will initiate a battle. Defeating all the enemies in a given fight will earn... Oh, come on, seriously? Probably should have, let me, look at that first, but... Let's see if there's, tutorials. Okay, so starting and ending battles. Stray Zoogles out of Renan control can be found across Dahna. Touching such enemy icons will initiate a battle. Defeating all enemies will earn you EXP and more. But if all battle members are defeated, the party will wipe out. Alright, I see. Alright, let's do this. Let's beat you guys up. Ooh, he's fighting with us! Changing controls during combat. During combat, press options while in the menu to change your character's control mode. Semi-auto. Automatically move until in attack range. Manual. Full control. Auto. Fights based on set strategy. Control modes. Semi-auto mode is designed for players who only wish to casually dabble in combat. Meanwhile, manual mode is for those seeking full control, while auto mode lets the game take the reins. Okay. Might as well turn on manual. How do I do that? Nope, not what I want to do. I opened Steam. Whoops. Let's see. Battlefield, menu, fishing. Is fishing in this game? Field, battle. What the fuck? You said I could do it. Or is it here? Edit. Party formation. You can change which characters will fight in combat, as well as who you wish to control. Their positions determine what to press to trigger their boost attack. Press L1 or R1 during combat to change who you control. Changing battle controls. Yeah, press the options. Okay. So let's see here. This one, right? Yeah, manual. So yeah, let's go manual, guys. That's the best way to fight. Okay, it's R1, right? Yeah, R1.
Don't let them form a pack.
There! Rising Wyvern! Strike! Mirage! I'm not done!
How's this?
Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this game, like a week. So.
Here I come! Cannon! Flash! Rising Wyvern! Take this! Mirage!
Alright, just gotta wait patiently.
You're mine!
Alright, doing well. I switched over to her. I think I can. Shionne.
I'm sure I can put this to use.
Doesn't seem like I can have this dude in my party. Seems like it. How do I switch over to Shionne during combat? I remember I could do that in the Tales of Assyria. And I don't think we got anything new, right? Yeah, nothing new.
Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, alright?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
Now I'm gonna fight them. YOLO, baby.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
I'll run you through! Panic coming!
Some large enemies have large glowing spirit cores that destroyed. Dang, it's very hard to read this whole thing. But basically weak points, right? Yeah, weak points.
I was overconfident.
What the fuck? Shionne got destroyed.
See ya!
Wow, thanks a lot, Shionne. You were very useful. Shut up!
I still got a ways to go.
Okay, thankfully she still gains EXP, but oh my god, Shionne. You got rocked. Alright, let's like heal you up then. Alright, so Shionne, here's the strategy. Don't die, okay? Please don't die. Let's see. Maybe healing arts to keep a distance when in danger. Focus on healing, fight aggressively, say CP. Jeez. We probably should get some like good equipment for like her, cause my god, she got one-shotted. Okay, then I guess I'll just like have her as the party leader or something. Or at least like I use her instead of like the other dude. If only I knew how to like switch over to her. I'll figure that out eventually. Okay, so which way do I go? Or how do I put up the map? I have no clue. Dang it. I forgot where the map is. There it is. Okay, so it's that way. So I'm gonna go this way. Can I see up her panties? No, I cannot. Of course, the camera. Man, you Japanese. I thought you were all perverts. What is this? Mine. Antidote rock. A stone that keeps microbes at bay as it breaks down toxins. Storing it together with food will make that food last longer. Oh, I see.
Weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
And then never use them until the final boss. Because that's how I do things. I don't use any of the items I get until I really need them, which is never. A life bottle. Ooh-wee. A miraculous medicine that heals KO from one ally during battle, as well as restores 800 HP.
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Okay, do the characters have dialogue every time I find something? That would actually be really interesting if they go the entire game having new dialogue.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal?
Yeah, I got one medal.
Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Camping out. Resting at the campfire will restore your party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you previously viewed. Ah, I see. That's
Normally,
great.
we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
Okay.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
Jeez, they really have a lot of dialogue in this game, don't they? Okay, a man with nothing in his name, the masked slave seeking power. I think we've already seen that. Crimson Crow's assault, the blazing sword. Those are anime cutscenes. And the slave party status. Okay, there it is. Menu. We took damage? Wait, we did? Must not have noticed it or something. And, yeah, like rest.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
In her boobs?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Ah, fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in.
Drop yourself in, young lad, cause you're about to hear the lore of this game, which is probably, most likely, 100% Hyperion bullshit, cause this is a Japanese game.
Tell me, you ever wonder why we Dahnans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor?
Probably because of, like, their, like, life energy, right? They want to, like, sap all the energy out from the Dahnans, right?
Listen, What the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Dahnans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Dahnans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use Astral Arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
Jeez.
So you see, the master cores are the receptacles in which the lords store their power. And we Dahnans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a master core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I have no clue myself. Don't ask me.
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the master core's astral energy.
I'm sorry, what? You might want to, like, speak in English, Shionne. What are you talking about? This is English. No, like, English, not Japanese English.
As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
Yeah, this makes no sense at all.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
You pulled it straight out of my boots. Like, what other reason is there? Come on! You need my consent, okay? If you don't, then I'll cancel you on Twitter.
I'm the only one of us who can control the master core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Wow, quite the, goal you have there. So, you have any plans on how you're gonna do that? Nope, I honestly didn't think I'd get this far, to be honest.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this.
Yeah, Prostos, man. Like, you're not the first to be confused by this Hyperion bullshit. Like, I haven't even gotten to the lore, the history of the Renans so far. So, yeah, you're in for a wild treat.
But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
Alright then. What? Dude, I swear, these anime characters go through the weirdest shit ever, man. First Scarlet Nexus and now this. Seriously, like, Japanese developers, have you ever heard of a normal sleep?
I've gotta hurry.
Okay, so was that the Master Core? Oh, I think I'm already getting an idea of what's happening with her. I think I am. Like, so within her, I'm thinking that's the Master Core. And I think the thorns that, like, she was, like, referring to, I think those were used to keep the Master Core in, like, the power it has. I'm betting. That might be the case.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Alright
I
then.
hate camping out.
Yeah, it sucks! Yeah, no, camping really does suck. All those bears and, like, raccoons. And the grass, too, and the bugs. Blech, bugs! Alright, so, which way to go? That's the way back, but I won't go that way. It's all the way up here, and whatever this is. Alrighty then. What's over this way? Nothing much. Seriously, how can anyone live in this place? Ooh, some wood. Collect. Wheat. A type of grain found in climates both hot and cold. When turned into flour, it can be used in a wide array of recipes.
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
Too bad I can't eat it. But technically you can, Iron Mask. You just have to, like... It says, how do you, like, eat under that mask? Now that I think about it. Can I just, like, jump off, please? There we go.
Great. Now I'm hurt and dirty.
Oh, please tell me we take fall damage. Okay, we don't. Thank God. That was some interesting, like, lore, though. I mean, interesting dialogue. What's this? Carp. A hardy fish that can survive even in pool of water. It is best to use it first before eating, as consuming it raw is dangerous. Unless it's sushi. Even then, sushi is, like, really, like, risky to eat. A sage. An herb that raises max HP when used. Highly effective. Consuming it gives the eater a burst of newfound energy.
What could this be?
Ah. Probably think about using it. Oh, hey! You can see, like, water, like, dripping off her and getting on her clothes. And need attention to detail. Like, man, this game has a lot of, like, attention to detail. I love it. So what happens if I climb down fast? Oh, I can't. Okay, I just have to jump off. Alright, there we go. I can change leader in the battle section. So now, Shionne won't die. I'll be more careful now, from now on. I'm gonna, like, have to play this as squishy characters or something. This is the way to keep them away from enemies. Apple gel. Haven't seen any enemies yet.
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
Giant Zoogles roam around certain areas. They're very hard to fight, but you can get rare items at a lot of SP. Alright then, we should probably be careful of it then. Actually, let me check the, thing, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Giant Zoogles. Giant Zoogles roam around certain areas. They're very hard to fight, but if you can get rare items and a lot of SP if you manage to beat them. Can I fight them now, or is it impossible? I think it is. Oh, Astral forms. You can obtain Astral Flower. Astral Flowers. You can obtain Astral Flowers from flowers? Or I guess it's flowers. From powerful foes. Astral Flowers raise your maximum CP. Ooh. So I have to beat that to get the maximum CP. Rare variants. Sometimes you'll find roaming enemies with menacing auras. These rare variants enemies hit harder than the regular versions, but they yield large amounts of EXP and combat points. That's neat to know. Okay, so it's this way. Nothing? I don't think so. I think like fall off, can I? No, I can't. Okay, that's the way to go. What are these mushrooms here?
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Mushroom, an umbrella-shaped fungus often found in moist areas. Poisonous varieties exist. meaning caution must be exercised when picking them up.
What could this be?
Alrighty? These things. Oh, man. I don't like the looks of this, to be honest. I feel like I get a gauge what their level is at. I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling that I can't fight that thing just yet, so I'm just gonna leave it behind. I'll come back at around like level 15 and see if I can like fight that thing. Alright, time to fight these guys. Can I like hit them? Or attack them? Or do I just have to hit them? Oh! Skip!
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Dahnan. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renans' castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived?
I don't know, I'm probably in some alternate dimension.
Didn't you see the Renan lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
There's some weird mystery behind this. Hey, look, a little owl.
Ooh.
What in the world is that thing? I don't know, I'm gonna find out.
Normally I don't pick on the weak.
You're mine.
Okay, if I hold it... No, I can't. Okay.
This is it. Dig deep.
Easier said than done.
No
Ah, jeez, it's gonna be hard to, like, aim. Alright, there we go. A little hard to aim with her.
Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
Now, what is this thing? A Dahnan owl. A dogtail. A dogtail resembling that of a wise, noble Shinbu Inu that, when combined with a set of ears, makes it tempting to run around barking everywhere.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dahna.
I see. Okay, I'm just gonna like look up in the help guide because I cannot read these fast enough. Dahnan owls. Dahnan owls can be found roosting in hidden spots throughout the land. There may be something in it for adventurers who choose to track them down. Yeah, basically like the you know, the outfits, I guess. Let me see this one. A doggy tail. It's so cute. Can I use it on her as well? Oh, I can. It's so adorable. I can make her like a kitty cat too, can I? I hope I can. Oh, a weapon skin too. We have weapon skins. Alright, so let's like recover. Like, I don't want to use all of CP. But I feel like we might have to. It's okay, I can like use at least, no, cover 80% HP, I guess. It's gonna be really hard to like manage the characters because sometimes they can get themselves killed. Alright, let's like fight these things now.
You're mine. Not going to play.
Ow!
Don't go charging off like that.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Uh-oh. We gotta roll with it.
Alright, let me like do my thing.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Ow! Fuck!
Must not die.
Jeez, these things are not gonna let me heal, are they?
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back from
Come on, give me a second.
Resuscitation.
Not done yet.
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Alright.
Magna ray.
Jeez, these things hit hard. Alright. I'm getting the hang of it, at least.
Sighted. It's over.
You're mine.
Take it.
Here I come.
It's over.
Jeez! It's almost getting a little bit difficult to manage.
A hard-won victory.
Hope like there's a way to get like you know, increase my defense. Oh my god, man. The characters are taking a lot of damage. 3 wheats. And some gold. Actually, it's Gald. That's the name of the currency in this like series. For some reason, orange gel, a valuable medical gel that supplements a person's vitality when eaten, restores 30% CP.
What could this be?
Yeah, I should probably be mindful about how much CP I use, I guess. Like, is there a way to like restore my CP or like what's going on with the CP gauge? Because I think that's a new thing, to be honest. I don't think I've ever had a problem with like limited healing in like Berseria. At least I don't remember. Okay, that's the way to go, I think. Alright, I think I have to like change up the strategy of my characters because oh my god, man, the enemies do not fuck around. So let me see. Go out against bosses. Don't spend CP. Fight aggressively. Focus on healing. Do nothing. Fight with moderation. I honestly have no clue, to be honest. I don't know how to really do this like whole strategy thing with my characters. But I think I have to have them back off a little bit. Like, focus on healing. Fight with moderation. And then maybe save CP. And don't spend SP. I gotta try some stuff. See how this works.
Here I go.
Jeez, it's really easy to like miss with Shionne.
I'm only getting started. Magna Ray. Here, let me help.
Oh, jeez, he always dies.
That's a bit.
Ow. Hey, they have dialogue for that stuff. Okay, how do I like switch to like targets? I forgot that too.
I'm only getting started. Magna Ray.
There we go. Iron Mask, you have...
really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Iron Mask, you have got to stop fucking dying, I swear. Right now, we're running out of CP. Parallax Stone. A stone that can revive numbness when rubbed, making it prized by those who have maintained the same posture for extended periods during work. Neat. That's gonna be useful, I think. Okay, it's very hard to, like, tell what to do with this. Healing didn't do much. And... oh, default tactics. I see. Chain tactics detail? This is really confusing me, to be honest. I think I gotta, like, just look this up, because I'm just so confused about this whole, like, strategy system. Okay, give me a sec, guys, because I found, like, a guide to help me, like, figure out this whole strategy system, so I gotta, like, make a lot of changes, so give me a sec. Okay, it took me a while, like, understand this whole, like, strategy system, so basically what I did is, like, I customized some, like, strategies, and, like, I basically had, like, the allies do healing a little bit more, so hopefully this will work. I don't know, but we're gonna test this out. And I think the best option right now at this very moment is to, you know, have this dude, Iron Mask, be the forefront of the battle, since, you know, Shionne is gonna do all the healing. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna, like, have him be the, you know, the leader in these fights. Okay, let me head back to our campsite and see if I can, like, you know, restore my stuff, because, oh my god, man, we got rocked. Party status, yeah, we got rocked, like, several times. Let's see if we can test this out, the new strategies
Come on, guys.
we have. Unless the enemies didn't respawn. I feel they should, but if they didn't, then it's fine. I can just, like, go back and just redo the whole thing. Wait, some new stuff. Geronimo! Or whatever that saying in Dahnan goes. All that for a fish. Yeah, she literally, like, jumped off the platform and dove right into the river for a fish. Shionne's a mad woman. Alright, there are those dogs. Let me see if I can beat them up this time.
You're finished. I'm on it. Take this.
Healing art.
You're mine.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna heal herself more.
I'm on it. Take this. Swallow blade.
Alright, gain the combo. Now you gotta wait for my opening and attack again. Wait for the break.
I'm on it. Rising Wyvern.
Alright,
You're finished. Here I go.
I'm getting it now.
You're finished.
Yeah, that was much better.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
That was
I'm right behind you, Shionne.
Shionne. It's Shionne. What the fuck? Oh well. Okay, those enemies are back, but we already managed to figure it all out, so let's get going. Ooh. Ulzebek. Ulzebek, actually.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Dahnans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
What an interesting little place this is. Head to the Crimson Crow's hideout. Hey there, what are you two doing? Talk? Bro, what happened to you? Your brother bit off more than he could chew. It's no use. I can't take on those bright eyes. Ah, okay. Got bitch slapped, didn't he? Got bitch slapped. Sounds like there was an explosion along the tracks. Did the Crimson Crows cause that? Yep, we did. All for a girl. A princess, or however you, like, do it. Like, now that I think about it, like, Shionne, how is your white outfit not dirtied up with all this, like, soot going around? It's kinda crazy.
I hope those armored soldiers don't stick around here, either, and they leave just like they did in Moscow.
Moscow? What's a Moscow? Was that like in my Keep Field Guide and I'm forgetting about it? I hope not. Oh, Moscow, okay. In Ulzebek, one of the several living quarters for slaves, most eke out a living working in the fields. Thanks to the infrequency of Renan patrols, the area is used as a resistance organization meeting point. And Lenegis, a large satellite situated between the twin worlds and current home of the Rena. It first appeared 3 centuries ago during the Renan invasion and has been looming mercilessly over Dahna ever since. Oh, wait, that's a satellite? That planet? That big planet? Okay. I don't know what to make of that.
These chickens had just laid their eggs.
Eggs, yeah, eggs.
And those damn bright eyes, they took every last egg. They couldn't spare a single one.
And you have this cutie is here.
Oh, so you're the new recruit that Zephyr brought in, eh?
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't call myself a recruit, really.
Oh, really? Well, we've all heard plenty about you, so if you ever decide to join up with us, you'll definitely be more than welcome. Is there anything you want to know?
Okay, what is this place?
This is Ulzebek. It's a Dahnan enclave.
Enclave? Enclave? I think it's enclave.
Like plenty of others in its realm. Unlike Moscow, which is mainly a mining area, this place mostly produces food and other daily essentials. The Bright Eyes rarely show their faces here, which is why we've made it our headquarters. Is there anything else you want to know?
Okay, what's the situation?
Our friends have made it back from the old Shionne mines.
Shionne mines. There's a lot of, like, words that are hard for me to get, like, right from the start.
Unfortunately, not everyone made it out there alive. We have to make sure their sacrifice won't be in vain. Is there anything else
you want to know? Am I really that famous?
Why are you so surprised? Of course you're famous, tough guy. Hard for people to not notice you wearing that mask of yours.
Yeah, I know. It looks cool, right?
Yep, sure does. And as if that's not enough, you're always going out of your way to help people and make life less miserable. It's no wonder people talk about you. With that kind of reputation, I say you definitely belong in the Crimson Crows.
Alright, I think I'm good.
Alright, catch you around. Just look out for the armored soldiers and Zoogles.
Yeah, Zoogles.
When you go out, okay?
Don't worry, we got it all handled now. I figured out the strategy mechanics, so we should be good. At least until, I don't know, we start dying left and right. Ooh, something in the water. Come on, let me get in. There. Examine.
What's this doing here?
Apple gel. Yeah, there's some, like, items I'm missing from, like, a strategy guide, so I have to wait until I get those.
Come on, quit sitting around talking. We've got water to carry out.
What to carry? But you saw all those Crimson Crow members. They were hurt. Those Bright Eyes must have got them. I wonder if we're next.
I don't know. Dad says the Bright Eyes can't afford to just kill their workers, but maybe they changed their minds.
Yeah, people are scared. Even the kids. Even the poor little kids. Hello there, dude. I can make just about anything. Food, clothing, furniture. Not that there's anything left to make things with. This place sucks. It really does. Yeah, I thought this was like a safe place, but it actually isn't.
I wonder how much longer this fighting will go on. There are so many Crimson Crows who have gotten injured or killed because of it. Who knows? I just hope we don't get any worse. It sends a chill down my spine thinking about what might happen if they manage to make the Renans any angrier.
Yeah, those big, like, night dudes. They can get really angry. They're big, angry puffballs. Spiky puffballs, anyways. The other dude. The wastelands ahead are inhabited by nothing but Zoogles from mines. If you don't have any business out there, I'd stay far away. Which means we'll probably have some business out there. Hello there. These injuries should heal eventually, and when they do, I'm getting sent back to Moscow. I doubt I'm going to make it out there alive this time. Eesh, that's quite a bad way to go. Okay, it's actually like there's a ladder here. Is it here? Oh, it's down here. Or was down this way? No, just these two. So, I've been thinking about joining up with the Crimson Crows.
You? With them? But what can you do? Your body is so weak.
I can still fight. I have to. It's for our kids, and to give them a future. You've got to understand.
I know, but...
Man, the state of things for these slaves is really just wow. It just gets to you. Okay, suddenly it's an inn here. An inn. I can go inside, I think.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Yep, looks like it. Oh, it's a shop there, too. Hot diggity dog. I don't have anything interesting to sell you all. God dang it! But you're more than welcome to take a look and see what I've got, at least. If you got the gold, that is. Okay, a life bottle and scrap of meat. Scraps of leftover meat from various animal parts. Though a little unseemly, with preparation, it can be eaten just fine. And a carp. That's all you guys got. That sucks. Oh well. Come back anytime. And an inn. Where do we get gold from? Still haven't gotten gold yet, or gold. That's, you know, what's called. I'll probably get it at some point. Ooh, what is over this place? Open. Where does this lead? It leads somewhere. And something leads over this way too. Shouldn't you be going somewhere else? I want to explore though. Be careful if you choose to go out. There's a garrison of armored soldiers up ahead. Oh, really? Interesting. Alright, so I'll talk to you, but let's talk to this girl. Okay, boy and a girl, okay.
These are the rations we managed to swipe from the Bright Eyes. You're welcome to have some. Just make sure they don't see you with them.
Thanks. I'll be careful. My kids are starving over here, and they somehow expect us to keep them fed on the next to nothing.
By all means, your kids are more than welcome to have them. It makes the risk we take getting these rations that much more worthwhile.
Jeez, seriously, fuck the Renans. They really are screwing up everything. I'm glad you're okay. Quick, get inside. Alrighty. Hey, it's a girl from before.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
Already?
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is. We've all been waiting for this day for far too long.
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime, yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
Yeah, seriously, they look really awful, to be honest.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay?
Alrighty.
Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream.
Ooh, sweet. Damn, I look handsome, don't I?
I'm afraid
You don't even have a face, Iron Mask.
don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Dahnan outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more.
I am also because it'd be pretty hard to get her into an outfit, wouldn't it?
At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan.
Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Alrighty. Ocean Blue Battle Garb. Ocean blue clothing received from Tilsa that was made by stitching together pieces of cloth that the Crimson Crows collected. Zephyr left the party. Alright. Guess I'll just out to that dude then. See if I can get some new clothes for Shionne. What was that sound? Are we really going to bet it all on Iron Mask and his Renan lady friend? I'm not sure I like our odds.
Well, if Zephyr says they're good, it must be true. We'll just have to trust him. I hope. No, I don't know. We're probably all gonna die. Nate's still talking to the others. You'll find him outside. You should go say hi to him.
Alright. Who's Nate again? I kinda forgot his name. I kinda forgot who Nate is. Seriously, who is making that noise? You?
You're not only new here. You don't remember much at all, right? Well, if you've got any questions, I'll lay them out and I'll see what I can tell you.
Oh, really? You? What's just your group's goals? How do the Renans fight? What are you guys doing in Ulzebek? What can you tell me about the Renans? What are the Zoogles? Have I already talked to this person? I don't know if I did.
Ideally, we'd have to drive out the Renans, but as I'm sure you know, they've got us more than a little outgunned. For now, we're mostly waiting for a chance to strike as we sabotage what we can, gather intel, and help other slaves along the way. Although apparently our big chance is right around the corner, and Zephyr and the rest are to be believed. Anything
else? How did the Renans fight?
The Bright Eyes wear those huge armor suits and fight using Astral Arts and sicken their Zoogles on people. You're dead meat if you try to take them head on, so we have to fight using great numbers and by taking advantage of the terrain. Most of us aren't like Zephyr. We can't take them alone one-on-one like him, unfortunately.
Yeah, why can't he take them on one-on-one?
That's why we're so glad to have you two on board with us. We could use all the help we could get.
Alright. What are you guys doing in Ulzebek?
Ulzebek is one of the enclaves where Dahnan slaves live. It's most responsible for producing food. The Bright Eyes don't have any outposts here and hardly come through on patrol, which is what made us decide to set up shop here.
That is kind of weird though, like wouldn't they at least like check up on the people every once in a while to see if they're actually making food and not being lazy? I don't know.
In exchange for agreeing to keep quiet about our whole presence, we give out supplies to residents and help them with their needs. Also doesn't hurt that nobody's a fan of the Bright Eyes either, though.
Alright. What can you tell me about the Renans?
The big planet in the sky is their homeworld, Rena, where the smaller object is Laginis, their stronghold and where the Bright Eyes come from. Oh, and about that name, we call them Bright Eyes because their eyes light up whenever they use their Astral Arts. Pretty simple, right? Likewise, they love to call us Embeddeds, since we're all embedded with the Spirit Core as soon as we're born. But when someone joins the Crimson Crows, they dig theirs out. It's our way of showing that we're not slaves to anybody any longer. The Big Shot Red is in charge. The Lords, they wear different outfits from the rest. They're made of weird fabric and stick out like sore thumbs. Almost as if they're, important characters.
And what are Zoogles?
Zoogles are monsters we often see tagging along with the Bright Eyes. I couldn't tell you how many different kinds there are, but I do know they're all nasty and real dangerous. There are also feral ones you'll find wandering around outside. Most of those escape from their keepers. We call those strays. Anything else you want to ask about?
What are Astral Arts?
It's what the Bright Eyes refer to as the powers that they use. It's basically like a kind of magic. Well, something like that. Dahnas can't use Astral Arts for themselves, which makes Renans as much of a pain to deal with as their Zoogle pets.
Alright then, thanks for the info dump.
Alright, well, if you think there's something you need to ask, let me know.
Okay, I really hope that they don't have these things happening every single time, because that would really slow things down. Your members and I are going to devise a plan of attack. I have to let them know that I intend to make you guys the centerpiece of the whole operation. Alrighty, this place here is our hideout. Worst comes to worst, we've got plenty of escape routes ready in case we need to bolt from here too. I see. Okay, so anyone else I need to talk to, or is that it? I think that's it. I think. See how we can a tell or not? So way to tell, so guess I'll just have to guess. Yeah, let's talk to this dude. Oh, that's him.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other.
Alright.
Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
Alright then.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Ah, I see. So it basically tells you if there's a side quest, thankfully. Sorry, I'm busy right now. Why don't you walk over and see what he needs first? Alright then.
Hey.
Okay, so he has like okay, so there's no voice acting here. Nathan sent us. He heard you might be a little short-handed.
Yes!
You could say that. Didn't think he'd send over the Iron Mask himself, though. I'm a really big fan. Okay, you might want to calm down there, dude. That a Bright Eyes with you? You sure we can really trust her?
Ah, great. I have to deal with this bullshit, don't I?
She's on our side. Zeph can vouch for her. If Zeph's good with her, then I guess we don't have a problem. Eh, what the hell. My name's Dryrun. I'm the one who runs this lodge. This is a lodge, but we all already have our own beds. We don't sleep on straw and rock-hard dirt around here. Crimson Crows have their fair share of folks who've either knocking on death's door or can't otherwise move around openly. That's what this place here is for, to give people a place to rest up properly before they head off to fight. Everybody needs a rest. If you don't rest, you can't hope to fight the Bright Eyes at your best.
I guess.
Makes sense, but what do you want us to do then? I need your help to haul in some cargo. I have some friends who are on their way to collect it from our hideout in the Shionne mines. The mines? Is that really such a good idea after the Renans stuffed the place out? These are valuable items people risk their lives to gather. We need to get at least some of them back. They should be down around the Sandabis ravine at this point. Meet up with them and help bring the supplies back to this lodge.
Got it.
Got it. You're welcome to use these facilities if you need to as well. I'll let you sleep here for free. Alrighty, start quest, supply procurement. Okay, subquest. Talking to someone with a letter icon will start a subquest. Clearing these subquests will earn you rewards, and you can accept as many of them as you like. You can also check each of their objectives with the activity records. Alrighty.
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
Okay, anything else? Okay, same thing, okay. So I can just go in here for free? Just sleep? Ooh, like water and oil.
Just still staring at
Be
me.
careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Dahnans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
Yeah, pretty much. We're kind of like really boring.
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do. and I'll do whatever it takes and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
Man, you're starting to give me, like, Velvet vibes right now. Like, she didn't give a shit about anything. She just wanted revenge on, like, the dude who killed her brother. Well, technically killed her brother, but no, that's the story for another time. But yeah, you're giving me some, like, Velvet vibes right now. I wonder what this thing she wants to do is. Is it getting revenge or, like, I have no clue. Or maybe it's, like, releasing this curse that, like, again, like, I really say, is that, like, it has to be the case that, like, her core's power is trying to get out, and, like, the Thors are keeping it in. You're welcome to sleep here if you like. You'll have to fix your own food, but beds are nice and soft. Alright then, rest. Usually there's, like, a dialogue after these things, so don't work too hard up there. Oh, is nothing? Okay. Okay, so which way do we go? Take care of Diamond's request. Meet the Crimson Crows at Sandinus Ravine. Okay, now how do I, like, see Sandinus Ravine, right? Entering the neighboring map. Over that way. Okay, so I just have to instantaneously go back there then? No? Okay, map list. I guess I have to, like, just, like, beat my way back there then. Ow. I feel like I get more combos. Alright, I'm getting it now. So just do a combo mid-air, and it should be good to go. And it's very hard to, like, hit these guys. Shionne, she's stuck getting hit, and she's dead. Great. Seriously, I gotta, like, fix this shit. We've gotta get ourselves some armor, please. Oh man, there they are. You guys are dead.
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there.
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on. Shionne, do something.
It's no use. He's already dead.
But you have, like, resurrection powers.
No, those are only for the gameplay, you know? Yeah, stick with the logic, okay, Iron Mask?
Damn it.
Damn them. They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough. They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests.
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No.
I never said that. Fuck you.
Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted.
Or rather, they're just plain old stupid.
We'll carry out your will and see it through to the end.
Then we'd better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is what it means to fight the Renans.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
Hell yeah.
I hate camping out.
Should I, like, use this up? I don't think so. Get some more ores. Okay, so even with this, like, a setup, it's still gonna be difficult to, like, have the characters figure out how to not die in combat. Ow. Ooh. But that. Alright, thank you.
Take it. I'm only getting started. I was overconfident.
Ugh, again, Shionne. Seriously, you keep dying. Cut it out. The only problem is that my weapons are just not strong. You still haven't figured out how to like you do special skills and such. Really running out of like life bottles.
That took
So.
more energy than I expected.
Oh well. Looks like get back in this place and enough wasting time and like all this other stuff. No, it seems like oh yeah, the stars like all over this place. Hello there. Damn, so nobody made it, huh? I'm sorry. If we'd arrived just a little sooner, we could've... Hey, these things happen. It hurts, but this is the world we live in. I'll take good care of what you brought back. It's the only way we can respect the sacrifice of those we've lost.
Hey, when's Daddy coming home?
Oh no, that's the guy's kid. Not yet, sweetie. Your dad's got away for a while and...
Don't lie to me. He's dead, isn't he?
Ah, jeez. Really sucks for a kid to, like, know about this concept. So young.
I know that whenever grown-ups look sad, they say someone's gone. They always mean they're dead. They're dead! Daddy always warned me that this might happen one day. He told me to stay strong and be brave. So I...
This isn't right. Poor kid shouldn't have been dragged into our mess. Let's report back to Nathan and then get ready to fight. Question clear. 8,000 gals and 200 SP. Thank you very much. Ooh, skill panel. Emblem obtained. Iron Mask, Rebellious Spark. Skill, Counter Edge. After a perfect evade or perfect guard, press R1 to trigger an immediate counterattack. Ooh. Titles. As you fulfill certain requirements for each of your characters, you'll earn titles for them, which unlock arts and skills that they can then learn, making fights easier. You can view title under requirements for the skill panel. Skill panel. You can spend skill points SP to learn arts and skills from unlocked titles, all of which grant powerful effects, making it worth your while to spend SP early and often. The skill panel can be accessed directly by pressing the right directional pad. Arts and skill notifications. If there's a skill you want to learn, but just don't have the SP for it yet, highlight it in the skill panel to press square. Doing so will turn on an alert that will notify you once you have enough SP to finally unlock it. Alright, so it's for Iron Mask and for Shionne. Oh geez, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so increase max AG. Increases max AG by 1. Increases critical damage. Increases the amount of damage dealt from a critical hit. Easier perfect evading and guarding. Makes it perfect evading and perfect guarding easier to execute. Increase midair damage. Increases the amount of damage dealt to enemies in midair. Also applies to floating enemies. Sonic Thrust. A lightning flash thrust followed by a sweep attack. Ooh, okay. And whatever this is, Rebellious Spark. Stardust. A hidden art that unleashes a barrage of thrust before concluding with a dramatic slash. Severing Wind summons a vicious gale as it strikes enemies upward. And midair evasion allows you to dodge once while in midair. Ooh, it's a lot of promising stuff here. Okay, so obviously we gotta go for whatever is the lowest, so let's like get Sonic Thrust then. Neat. Neato. Okay, that's all we can get at the moment. And for Shionne, increase max AG, increases max AG by 1. I think we already have that. Learn skill list, yeah. Burning Strike, a beginner fire art that drops 3 fireballs from the sky. Ooh. Sounds very useful. Gentleman Aqua, evades to the right, then fires 2 water shots that fly from side to side on impact. Ah, yes, you could use some evasion. Increase near-death attack, elemental attack. Increases attack and elemental attack strength when near death. KO Prevention allows you to endure an enemy attack with 1 HP remaining 1 time, when taking an attack that would otherwise normally kill you. Ah, that is really helpful. Too bad it like costs like 800 SP though. Oh well, like guess we gotta get started for Gentleman Aqua, and that's basically it. Alright. It's a good thing we have these now. Speak to Nath again. Alright, first let's like heal ourselves up. The inn. Confirm objectives, yeah, L2, main story. And we can get some like you know, items too, so that'd be very helpful. But we can't get the life bottle again, so gotta be very mindful when we use it. Okay, so let me check this like these skills. Like, can I like equip them? Like the arts. Rising Wyvern, Swallow Blade, and Sonic Thrust. Let's try this out when we get the chance. And for her, Resurrection, First Aid. Yeah, she can use that. First Aid, Resurrection, Magna Ray. I don't know if I'll be able to use, like, Shionne as much, but it'd be great if I can, like, you know, have an offensive, like, ability, like, this one. Maybe. I have to think about it. I have to think about it. Ah, seems to be another side quest over here.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Ah, but it's our stick, though. Let's players always have to, like, do every side quest. At least I do.
I'm skeptical.
You must have gone through the Sondinus ravine to get here, right? Is that Zoogles still out there? Big guy, looks like an insect with wings, has scythe for arms.
Right.
Yeah, we saw it. Looked big and pretty tough to boot. That's the one. It's hard to feel safe knowing it's still out there. I'd really like to see it get as a comeuppance one of these days. Especially since the people that deliver that comeuppance are gonna enjoy a pretty mighty payday on account to all the materials they'll earn. Oh yeah?
Okay, Iron Mask, don't even think about it, okay? Might die!
Yep. Zoogle materials are imbued with astral energy, so the stronger they are, the more energy their materials contain. We could use them to make new weapons and stand up to the Rena a little better, even with our Astral Art handicap. With the odd stray, I could usually gather a few people and get the materials myself, but something that big is bound to be beyond my capacities. If only there was a good way to beat it. If only there were some strong people to, you know, fight it. Ah, yeah, sure, we're probably gonna die. Alright, we'll take it on.
Alright.
I don't see the harm in us checking it out.
Do you hear what you're saying? We've got enough to worry about as it is without inviting even more danger. Seriously, stop being a stupid idiot! That's like a final boss or some shit!
You're Renan pals, right? I know you're strong, but I think even this Zoogle might be beyond you. It's not like I need you guys to take it down for us right away, but how should I put it? If anybody has a shot at it, I think it'll still be you guys eventually. Once you feel like you're up to the challenge, that is. When you are, would you be willing to give it a shot? You can bring other people along with you to help, of course.
Got it.
Sure, that sounds fair. We'll get it taken care of for you sooner or later. Alrighty, Giant Zoogle Hunt. What's like details for this one? Giant Zoogle, oh my god, 12,000 gold just from fighting this thing. Defeat the Mantis in the San Divis Ravine. Kinda wish they gave me like a level like recommendation so I can like know like, what to do it in. Okay, I guess we'll do it step at a time. Okay, no one else to talk to? Okay, good. Seriously, who is saying that? It's you?
A lot of our people got hurt during the attack of that mine. I'm worried we're going to run out on our medical reserves.
Is there like an owl here somewhere? I feel like there is. I keep hearing some weird owl noises. Oh, there's a ladder here. Didn't notice it until now. Hello there.
That takes care of that, and that. I guess that leaves this right here. I have to hurry and treat it before it gets bad.
Bad or bad? I don't know. I kind of missed that. Now, where is that owl? I heard it somewhere. What the fuck is that sound? Is it somewhere around here? Here? It's somewhere around here. I keep hearing it. God damn it, I keep hearing it. Where are you, stupid owl? Get out of my fucking head. I swear to God, if I hear another goddamn hooing sound. Oh my god, where is it? What is that fucking sound? It's close. My god, this thing's gonna be my bane, isn't it? Here it is, a ladder, I think. There you are, you little rascal.
Woohoo! Took you long enough to find me! Here's your rabbit ears! Hoot hoot!
Shut up, you little fucking owl. Shut the fuck up! Rabbit ears that project innocence. Innocence! Yeah, the innocence of this stupid thing. They look big enough to pick up even the quietest conversations. Fuck you. Fuck you, little owl.
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
They're really annoying, too. Well then, dude. This position's good because you can keep an eye on every entrance from here. In a worst case scenario, we can flee among the mountains, too. That's how much Zephyr's thought of this whole operation out. He's the leader of our organization for a reason. Yep. Dogeep's my man. Even though he's a different person. Alright, let's talk to you, dude.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagin ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in.
You do realize that she's wanted, right? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Dahnan garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes. Now let's move.
Ugh, great. I have to deal with your bullshit too. What are you doing, dude? I don't care how armed and dangerous the Renan are with all their weapons and arts. I'll beat them to a pulp with my bare hands if I have to.
Greta, you really need to work on your brain too for once, and not just your muscles.
But my muscles are my brains.
Yeah, that's the problem.
If you're all done checking out the Fogger's ruins, talk to Zephyr. It sounds like he and the other leaders figured out our plan of attack while you two are gone. Yep. But we're gonna go to the ruins first. Might as well just go there now. And get this over with. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get the armor or whatever your new outfit's gonna be. Shionne. Oh, there it is. Oh man, it looks really big. Iglia Waste. How big is this place? Oh my god, it's really long. Fuck. That's not good.
Am I really doing this for some lousy cloak? There's Zoogles here too?
Oh, great.
Hey!
You should always assume there's Zoogles anywhere you go. They're one of the reasons I need you all. We're a team after all, and that means you need to pull your own weight. So when I call you, I expect you to clear out any enemies around me.
What? Why do I have to do all the...
In exchange, when you call for me, I promise I'll shoot down any enemies around you, too. That is, if I'm not dead by then. Sound fair?
Right.
Yeah, alright.
If you don't get into the habit of speaking up during fights, that'll impact morale and our ability to combo together. So make sure you do that often. Got it? Looks like the enemy spotted us. Time to get to work.
You don't have to tell me that. Alright. So obviously this is a tutorial, right? Boost attack. You can summon allies in combat to use their unique boost attacks. Once the boost gauge BG is full, press the corresponding direction pad to execute. These boosts can be followed up with more attacks afterward and also restore a G when used. Building up the boost gauge. Although the boost gauge builds up automatically over time, it can be filled up faster by landing attacks and counter edges on enemies as well. Ooh, neat. Iron Mask boost attack. Iron Blade initiates a brute force swing attack that can down almost any enemy. Use it to get allies out of deep trouble and create openings for additional attacks. Alrighty. Tutorial start. Okay.
With that blade and your strength,
Now.
the average Zoogle shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so where's the thing? How will I know if it's ready? Oh, let's see Star Thrust. Ooh, neat. Okay, so just activate it. No, it's not ready yet. Can I do it now? Press the corresponding version pad to trigger his boost attack. Oh no, his! Ah, I see. Alright, I get it now.
They've got me in their sights.
Oh, okay. Shionne's boost attack fires numerous beams of light from the muzzle of Shionne's rifle, effective on aerial enemies. It temporarily restricts their flight abilities and downs them. Okay, how do I switch to her?
This one's mine. I'll shoot them down.
Alright, that's how I do it. Oh, what? Alright, try this again. Neat. Success. Boost attacks. Teaming up with other party members for boost attacks allows you to keep attacking enemies longer. Different members work better against different enemy types, so don't be afraid to mix up and match to maintain the upper hand in battle.
I'm not done. Eat dirt.
Oops. Can't mess that up. Okay. Okay, I'm getting it a little bit.
Eat dirt.
Here I go. It's over. Mega ray. By the power of water.
Alright. That was pretty neat.
Looks like you got the hang of it. But don't let it get to your head. Those were easy ones.
I know. Seriously, stop being a bitch. Get your character development already, so you can stop being a bitch.
One victory.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
You can hardly see anything from here.
Why don't we climb up higher and see if we can get a better view?
Alright, now let's test it out on these guys. It's really weird that like the animations take a while to like really like end, because every time like end a combo, the characters like stop in an awkward way for some reason.
Here, let me help. First aid.
Here I come. Not today.
Okay, so I can switch to them anytime and still use the ability.
It's over. Rising Wyvern.
Alright, I'm thinking I'm like getting to grasp me a little bit.
I still got a ways to go.
And I got a little lip too. So can I like go into the skill panel and see if I can get new things? Or not? Not yet. Oh, mid-air invasion. That could be useful and like help me move around a little bit more. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there, so let's go this way for a second. Ooh, potato. A vegetable whose underground stalls can be eaten. The sprouts it forms are toxic and must be removed before being consumed.
What could this be?
Okay, I think this is the way to go, right? Or not? I have no clue. I think it's not the way to go. Ooh, treasure chest. Please give me some armor. 500 gold. Damn it. I need some armor.
These are the Fagin ruins? How'd you figure a place like this turns derelict?
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance?
Because I'm a girl, obviously. It's a girl thing. You would understand.
Hey, Shionne, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
You just imagine like Iron Mask just going enemy language again for a billion fucking times. Oh my god.
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Man, you're such a weirdo.
Yeah, I know, I get that a lot. Especially with this mask on. Okay, so that's the way to go, I guess. And what the fuck? Nah, I just phased through that.
Great. Now I'm hurt and dirty.
I have the characters comment on, you know, falling from a very long height. Okay, Shionne can handle these guys. Okay, well, Shionne is a little bit like difficult to use because like she's kind of clunky. Because like you have to like stand still to use her. Kind of wish they made Shionne a little bit more mobile because she just feels so clunky to use. Okay, anything this way? More of these enemies.
You're finished! Mirage!
Where are you going?
Alright.
It's over!
I'm getting to the basics of it now. More abilities to like fight the enemies is good in my book.
Magna Ray!
Swallow blade!
Sighted. It's over.
Seriously, Shionne needs better combos for like melee attacks.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I feel like the auto attacks or like the basic attacks are just not her like specialty. Iron chunks, a small chunk of iron harvested when mining. As material, it's useless, but it can be sold for a small price. Ooh, neat. Nice to know. Okay, what's up here? Seems like there's something up here. Gotta check that out.
Mirage! Try harder!
Oh, got it. Yeah, I got it. That's a counterattack.
I can't lay a finger on you.
Ow.
Prefer it that way.
Take this!
What about you?
You'll just watch and see. Here I come!
There we go.
Nicely done.
Uh-oh. The big dudes. Should be mindful of them. What's here? Ooh, some gels. Mushrooms. This place is really vast. Okay, I think this is the way to go, right? Looks like it.
It's over. I was
Ah,
overconfident.
jeez. Very difficult to, like, you know,
Here I come! Eat this!
like, change to the characters, right?
Take this!
Okay, okay, I'm getting it. I'm trying. I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on here. It's like I had a weird like pause in between the two, but apparently like I get paused in this whole thing. Okay, I'm getting it now. Meaning that. Oh. Wish I had another like a thing to. I have to use my life bottle, I guess. So if I were to say leave it here and then switch to him, well, like she attacked the other one. I'm trying to test this out because I think that's what's happening here. So that means Shionne would target this dude, and then I, or rather, no. Wait, I'm kind of confused right now. So, is he targeting this dude and Shionne targeting that dude? But if it switched, that means they're both targeting him. That means I move him here. Yeah, it is a lock on. It is. Okay. Okay, I'm getting it now. So, okay, I have Shionne target this one, while I target that one. Ah, that's perfect, I think.
I never miss.
Cool. Alright, I'm getting the basics of this now. I'm gonna need like some like you know, like life potions. Oh my god, man. Hope I find a shop around here. More Zoogles. Jeez, this place is really fast. My god. Probably should like head over to the place then. All I'm gonna get is ingredients for stuff, which you can come back for at any time. Some iron ore over there. Might be worth trying to get. What the heck? Demon Fang. There you go. Didn't take a single scratch this time.
Looks like we won.
Okay, so what's over here? Oh man, something over here, isn't it? Art Proficiency Awakening. Once the character's art proficiency has reached a certain threshold, great. What's over there? We got some mean Zoogles locked up further in. We're keeping a close eye on them to make sure not a single one breaks through loose. Yeah, with this, like, rock, of course. Let's go, like, you know, make sure they stay in, obviously. Of course. So what's this thing we, saw? I don't know, kind of missed this one, so... Great. Oh, well. This is, like, a new art set he got, so let me see. Demon Fang. Fires a shockwave that runs along the ground. It's a sword strike. As usual. Ground attack, ground attack. Well, I guess I can use Demon Fang instead of, like, you know, that other thing. Nothing for her yet. I think, like, Genevieve Aqua will be better for her. I think. Actually, no. Like, Magma Mage is better in this case. Antidote Rock. Oh, thank you. A lot of, like, flies over there. I don't think I'm supposed to go that way, am I? Actually, hold on. There might be something over that way. Might be worth checking it out. Yeah, I think it's better just like a control Iron Mask at this point. Shionne's just like difficult to use. What's over this way? Here's something. Lavender, an herb that raises attack when used. Smelling it heightens an eater's appetite, their inner strength welling up in turn.
What could this be?
Neat. I need to use this at some point, but I want to make sure that I keep my stat boosting items until I know who needs what. What's that over there? Looks like something. Is it worth getting? I don't know. Well, let's try it. I'm just gonna ignore you guys. Ignore you guys, gonna ignore you guys, gonna ignore you guys. What's this thing? Ah, fuck. Is that thing. Let's hope Shionne doesn't die this time. Let's hope.
An opponent like this should be...
It's a golem, so his weakness is earth, so... Ow. Fuck.
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Let's hope Shionne doesn't die in an instant.
You're finished!
By the power of water.
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Whoops, wrong spot.
Slash! Rising Wyvern! Here I come!
Power of water.
Mirage! Try harder! My turn!
Ah, got
No
it.
escape!
That was a complete accident, too.
I'm only getting started.
Okay, let's wait. Opening.
Where are you going?
Here I come! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I'm wasting my time on a lot of these exploring stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so all the way over here.
I wonder if those are the Fagin ruins below us. Shouldn't be too much farther now, if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat. Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renan, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renans know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought...
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
What, did something happen in her life to make her not be able to eat food or something?
I would, if we had anything to eat. But we don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on me.
Well, actually, we got a lot of food, like potatoes, like carrots, and like apples, all that stuff.
You've been carrying that stuff around this whole time? Not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
And I don't even know where you're even storing that stuff. In your boobs?
That's why we're going to cook it instead.
It's gonna be funny if they were stored in her boobs, you know? Her boobs are where everything is stored.
Cook? I've never done anything like that before.
Me neither, to be honest. But we've got to make something out of all this, so might as well try.
They're gonna burn up, aren't they? Oh, this is the cooking mechanic. This can only end in so many ways.
What are
Rest.
you staring at me for?
No.
Your clothes are all about function over form. You should think about sprucing them up a little.
Why? What purpose would it serve?
I guess you're right. I just think you'd look good with a little blue thrown in somewhere.
But I already have blue on.
All right, I'll think about it.
Can I pause any of these things too? I don't think you can, okay. I guess we'll just rest. Cooking. At camps and inns, you can cook meals, conferring temporary effects when eaten. New dishes can be made by finding recipes, while ingredients can be found at collecting points and general stores. Eating a new meal overrides any previous effects. Favorite meals. Depending on who in the party cooks a meal, the extent of their effects and their duration will vary. As such, it's wise to rotate who's on cooking duty based on your current goals and the party's overall status. Alright then, so porridge. A gentle dish made by simply boiling wheat in water. Though sure to keep one full, there's hardly any flavor to speak of. Defense up. Favorite meal effect. Consume double ingredients for 90% to cook. For plus 90% to cook? Double the ingredients? Okay, Shionne, I'm kind of confused with this now. Okay, so porridge, Shionne, I guess you can, like, cook it.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
Alright.
You
Actually,
really do eat through that mask of yours, huh? I'm impressed you can manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while. Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw. It would have been perfect if it had any flavor.
Sorry it didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just... Sorry. That's not how I should thank you for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense? Or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so? What's so unusual about what you eat?
the souls of the living.
Well, one time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already.
Oh, that's interesting. So I realized spicy food. I'm not a fan, to be honest. Skill panel. Emblem obtained. Shionne, speedy chef. Ah, she's a chef. Toxicity. Fires poisonous water bubbles that can inflict poison status on enemies. Ooh, that sounds useful. Increased ailment rate. Makes it easier to inflict physical ailments on enemies. Ah, I see. Increased near-death attack, elemental attack. Yeah, it's the same thing. Increased ailment bonus damage. Increases the amount of damage dealt to enemies with a physical ailment. Ah, that sounds very useful too. And we can get one of these too. Let's get like Burning Strike. That sounds like it could be very useful in the future. I think it can... No, it can't. I have to wait.
I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
Alright, let's see what's inside this area here. In these ruins. Bang is another stage. Just to get a bunch of clothes. No, it's really not that far. Okay, enter Fargan Ruins. Uh-oh. I think it's gonna be a boss coming up. I have a feeling. So, I might want to, like, find a way to... Actually, I think it automatically saves, right? It's not a saving point.
I hate camping out.
Hey, I think it's the saving point, so let's head on over. Alright, I'm betting this is gonna be a boss coming up. Oh, what happened here?
This must be it. Looks pretty ancient, but I recognize Renan architecture when I see it.
It's seen some beatings. If it stayed sealed all this time, it's not because people left it alone.
It's not just their technology. The Renans build their structures out of special materials, too. Strong enough to withstand assaults from Dahnan tools and weaponry, anyway.
So, how the hell are we?
Oh, there it is. Bright Eyes.
Easy.
Wait, is it a stage? Oh my god, it is a
I
stage.
can see what's on the other side. I can't just walk in.
It's a defensive barrier. That's how it works. If we want to get through, we have to find the mechanism to lift it.
Alright. Just, use this. I know, I meant this. Operate.
Looks like this place used to be a supply base of some sort. It probably even dates back to the Great Conquest of 3 centuries ago.
For an abandoned place, sure is crawling with critters. Kinda makes you wonder how they all got in.
Through cracks in the walls, I guess. Maybe it's a good environment for these species to propagate in. Best not to let your guard down either way. Best not to let your guard down either way.
Agreed. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to hang around here any longer than necessary.
That was weird. Like, she would just... What? That's a weird idle animation.
Phew. That may not have been a fancy feast we just had, but I don't remember the last time I felt this full.
Do the Renans often not give you all enough to eat?
It's never enough. The Renans decide exactly how much we'll have and when we'll have it, and that's that. We do our best to get around it. Everyone has to grow their own food and such behind the Renans' backs in order to get by. Thinking about it now, I wonder if they've always kept it meager so we would never have the energy to try to resist what they've done to us.
Yeah. An empty stomach takes its toll on the body and the spirit after a while.
How does a Renan like you know what it's like?
I may be Renan, but they don't like me either. I could be squeaky clean and they still wouldn't give me anything.
Yeah, why did they not feed her? There's gotta be a reason, right? Right? Or...
Did your stomach just...
I didn't hear anything.
But you just ate. How are you already...
I said I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it's so adorable. Your cute
I
eyes
still
showing.
have some I haven't eaten yet. Do you want it?
Sure.
Ah, so that's why she had that idle animation. She was secretly hungry still. Storage block 1F. Oh my god. Am I really gonna have to go through this place just to find some clothes? God dang it, Shionne! Let's do this then. Oh, that was her ability.
Take it. I may have bit off more than I could chew.
Oh my god, Shionne. Seriously, you always die to this shit. Every fucking time. Ow. And I keep, like, seriously. The only difficult thing about this game is like the awkward like pauses after a combo.
Shionne, you okay?
It's nothing. Don't be so dramatic.
Seriously, this game's really difficult when it wants to be. Ooh, what's this thing? Oh, it's a chest? Oh, life bottle. Life ball, thank you.
A chest of some sort?
A Renan kind, yeah. We should definitely hold on to what's inside.
And that probably won't be for too long, given how often you die, Shionne. Shut up! Okay. Man, this is a really advanced place. Okay, so what's over this way? Some more of these things. There you go. Easy peasy.
Our work is done here.
It's when things
Let's
go
move.
well
I'm
that,
right
like...
behind you, Shionne.
It's when things go well that, like, you know, I start having fun. Okay, I think I'm supposed to jump over that thing, don't I? At least I think. Alright, let's try it. Yep, I need to jump over it. Let's need to switch it somewhere.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Charmaline, an herb that raises penetration when used. Its soft scent also enhances concentration. Ah, I see. I don't think the control panel is in here, is it? It isn't. Where is it? Ooh, a chest. I think it's a chest. Or an apple gel instead.
We've been walking around for a while now. Can we give up already?
What, you're tired?
I'm tired of something, all right.
I'm not giving up until we search every inch of this place.
She's really determined to find those clothes.
God, the determination of a woman. Oh, more of those things. Fuck, I really hate those enemies. They're not good against, like, Shionne.
Here I come. It's over. Here I come.
Okay, so far, like, Rising Slash, it does a lot that I need. Okay, so how do I get to that door, then? There must be a switch around here somewhere. What's this thing? Operate? Residential quarter? Cancel? Residential quarter? Not sure where that is. Orange gel. Oh god, there's 3 of them. So we can do this. Alright, operate this one. Now what's in here? Pierce Emblem, an emblem that raises penetrations. Historically, it was worn not only when confronting armored fighters, but even when storming fortresses. Ooh.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Alright, it's equipment. Accessory, Pierce Emblem, penetration. What's the better penetration? I guess him. Alright then, you can have it. Should be useful in like dealing with some enemies. Alright, let's get to this elevator. Residential quarter.
Is this Renan technology? I'm amazed you guys can pull something like this off.
For us, sites like this are completely normal.
I'm betting there's something more to it and like how they got this technology. There's something to this, that's for sure. Okay, is this where the thing is? Please tell me it is.
This must be...
The former owner's old wardrobe, yeah.
I wonder how long they've hung here. They don't look like they've aged a day.
The designs are a little dated, but it'll have to do.
Okay.
Listen, I get it. You care how you look. But we've got places to...
Ooh.
What is it?
That's a sweet getup.
No, nothing. We've kept Zephyr and the others waiting long enough. We should head back.
Noble Rose, an old-fashioned rifle found in some Renan ruins. Its beauty belies its richest strength, allowing it to function even in harsh environments. Noble Scarlet, old-fashioned dress armor made on Lenegis that boasts uninhibited mobility without sacrificing its beauty and elegant appearance. Scarlet Tiara, an old-fashioned tiara made on Lenegis. Its angular appearance is designed to complement dress armor.
Okay, let's head back to Ulzebek.
You're in a good mood. Were you that happy to find a new outfit?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the same as ever.
Wow, really?
You said before that this probably used to be a supply depot, right? But Nay thought it was a Renan castle. I wonder what it actually is.
Who knows?
Who knows?
What, can't I not know something? You didn't think I knew every last thing about my own kind, did you?
Well, I kinda expected it, because this is an anime. This uses how it rolls. Aren't you, like, breaking away from the formula?
Yeah, I have to admit, I kinda am.
I didn't say that.
From what I've heard, a lot of the materials that were initially brought over from Rena 300 years ago were repurposed for other things over time. So it's entirely possible that this place used to be both a supply depot and a lord's castle at different points in time. They're not mutually exclusive. I couldn't tell you when the lord's castle moved to its current location, though. Well, satisfied?
Yeah. Thank you. You know, for telling me about all that.
It's not like I mentioned anything that useful. Come on, let's keep moving.
I feel like she's really here this part, to be honest. And that Iron Mask is having to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, they don't really pay me enough to deal with this. Renans I can handle, but I'm not getting paid for bitchy. Okay, let me see what she looks like. Ah, she looks pretty cool in the, you know, the new form. Okay, so storage blocks 3F. Let's head on back. God dang it.
What a lovely view.
Wow! They actually accounted for if you're up above and, like, looking down on enemies. That's a nice attention to detail. This game has a lot of good attention to details, don't they? Okay, so I have to head back, right? Turn to Ulzebek back to Ulzebek. Alright, let's, like, see this, like, thing in action at least once.
Gotta break through.
Okay, so you're gonna target that.
Here I come. One more. It's over. I'll take you all off.
I wish there was a way to stagger these things.
Take this. Rise and Wyvern. Struck. Mirage. You're finished. No escape. You've got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours. I'm not
This
done.
one's mine. Mega Ray.
No escape.
Here's a healing art.
This one's all mine.
This one's mine.
You're mine.
Mega Ray.
Mirage.
Looks like it could be worth something.
Yeah, let's head on back.
Want to get back to Ulzebek?
Yeah, we better. We don't have time to waste.
Someone's in a hurry.
Ah, finally, fast travel. As you pass through campgrounds and other locations, you'll unlock fast travel points. To return to them instantly, open the map list from the area and pick a point. Note, some areas may be inaccessible at certain times in the story. Yeah, I have to, like, be mindful of that. Okay, so the next mission will be to return to Zareth back in Ulzebek. Anyways, guys, I think that's a perfect time to end this episode off. Yeah, like, I took quite a while with this episode. Like, I did a lot and, you know, trying to figure out the mechanics and, like, trying to figure out the party stuff. So far, we're doing well. Like, Shionne keeps dying a lot, but I'm hoping that changes at some point in the story. And yeah, overall, like, our team is really weak. We only have the DPS and the healer. And the healer, she gets, like, you know, two-shotted, like, so easily by certain enemies. It's ridiculous. And sometimes I'm just, like, spending time, like, using up all of my, like, healing potions and, like, revive potions when I really shouldn't be. So hopefully, like, eventually at some point within this game, I'm gonna get to the point where, like, oh man, all of this stuff that I had such a big problem with, yeah, it's gonna be nothing to me now. But we'll just have to wait and see until then. So anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Tales of Arise. If you did and would like to see more, please be sure to leave a like and a comment in the comment section. And be sure to subscribe if you have not already. And I promise you guys that this Therian will be around for the next episode. Until then, guys, fare thee well.